President Massa of the ADB, Minister Bassett from Nepal, Minister Aslan from Norway, distinguished participants. Thank you to the Asian Development Bank, USAID, and Korea Energy Agency for hosting. The time for urgent action is now. This has been said at many conferences, meetings, and initiatives inspiring action and inspiring change. Yet, I fear that the international community has been saying this for far too long. Despite efforts, the urgency remains. This is particularly true for emerging market and developing economies, where annual investment in clean energy must more than triple from $770 billion in 2022 to over $2 trillion per year by 2030 to meet rising energy demands and while aligning with the Paris Agreement. Of course, we need to make sure that systems evolve in a considered, timely, and ordered way. But the central point here is that they do change. We have seen a growing ambition and a global race for green investment. Countries are now recognizing that the clean energy transition is the new reality and that the time for urgent action really is now. The question remaining is how we work together to overcome barriers, including the hurdles of bankability and financial solutions, harnessing innovation, and driving the sustainable development our people and our planet urgently need. Today, I would like to briefly outline Cambodia's initiatives for advancing our clean energy transition and identify key areas for collaboration with stakeholders to achieve our ambitious goals. The Cambodian government, led by our Prime Minister Somdait Mahabawa Thapare Manet, aims to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. To make this a reality, we have first established strong policy and legislative frameworks. The second critical factor is to ensure funding, and the third factor is fostering stronger dialogue and partnerships. In terms of policy, energy efficiency is at the center of our efforts. It is our most cost-effective tool for achieving increased energy security, reducing costs, and creating a cleaner environment. What we cannot save, we must produce sustainably. Last year, renewable energy made up over 57% of Cambodia's installed capacity. We canceled plans for a 700 coal plant and are exploring the early retirement of smaller coal power plants. Our goal, as laid out in our recently amended Power Development Plan, is to increase renewable energy to at least 70% by 2030. To further our progress, we plan to integrate 5.4 gigawatt of solar and 550 megawatt of wind into our grid by 2030. Specifically, between 2025 and 2027, we will integrate 2.6 gigawatt of solar and a 2 gigawatt hour of battery storage system and 450 megawatt of wind power. From 2028 to 2030, we will incorporate an additional 2.8 gigawatt of solar and 100 megawatt of wind power hybridized with at least 1 gigawatt of pumped storage hydropower. We are modernizing our electrical systems, strengthening our grid infrastructure, and incorporating flexible solutions like mini or microgrids and smart technology. As we produce more electricity from renewable sources, we recognize the benefits of electrification. Targets have been set for electric vehicles, and we are developing a roadmap to incentivize EV uptake and roll out charging infrastructure. By upskilling and reskilling our workforce, we are strengthening our energy sector governance and ensuring a just transition with a focus on women and vulnerable groups. Cambodia also strongly support the ASEAN Power Grid. Together with like-minded regional partners, we aim to build a resilient, efficient energy network to support our shift to renewables. With our policy framework in place, the second critical factor we must address is securing the necessary funding for these initiatives. Cambodia invested around $500 million in 2023 and plan to invest another $7 billion from 2024 to 2030 into variable renewable energy. Key aspects of our strategy to increase private sector support include simplifying permitting processes, aligning grid development with long-term energy planning, and standardizing power contracts with government guarantees. Since the cost of capital is higher for renewable projects in emerging economies, we need creative financial solutions. Cambodia is actively working on several fronts to address this. We are making renewable energy projects cost-effective through strategic partnerships, such as the ADB Energy Transition Sector Development Program. This initiative combines a $50 million policy-based loan with $23 million in project investments, using concessional resources and strategic planning to support renewable energy and efficiency, reducing capital costs and lowering the risk premium. Another key area is financing insurance, which provides protection against various project risks and thereby making renewable energy projects more attractive to investors. We need to evolve risk assessment models and leverage new data analytics so insurers can bridge the coverage gap and accelerate the shift towards sustainable energy solutions. Equally important is the timing for processing of financing interests. Efficient processing timelines are essential to keep projects on track and ensure timely implementation. Finally, environmental impact assessments are crucial for securing international financing, ensuring projects meet global standards and sustainability goals. However, EIAs can be very costly and cumbersome. We aim to streamline the process for renewable projects to make it more efficient and cost-effective without compromising effectiveness. By addressing these key elements, we are creating a robust and attractive investment environment that supports our clean energy transition. Additionally, we are focusing on market-based mechanisms like renewable energy auctions to mobilize low-cost financing and ensure equitable economic benefits. In 2022, phase one of Cambodia's 100-megawatt national solar park began operations, achieving a record low tariff of 3.8 cents per kilowatt hour through a competitive auction. This tariff, the lowest ever for a solar project in Southeast Asia at the time, highlights the cost-reducing power of competition. Supported by ADB, this project saw a state-owned electricity company provide land and transmission access, while the private sector supplied power generation capacity under a long-term agreement. In addition, we are currently collaborating with ADB on another bid for another 100-megawatt solar project with battery storage. And that brings me to a third priority: fostering stronger dialogue and partnerships. Cambodia is grateful for the many strong partnerships that provide us with access to relevant technical and financial resources to support our energy transition. We deeply appreciate the support from ADB and other multilateral institutions, and we welcome opportunities like this event to learn, share our progress, and build momentum. I will end as I began. The time for urgent action is now. We are at a tipping point. We have seen the growth of renewables and the acceleration of the energy transition. As policymakers, it is our duty to support this transition, to embrace the opportunities for new partnerships, and not to fear the geopolitical shifts it brings. We must seize this moment to turn our commitments into reality, our ambitions into achievements, and our partnership into powerful drivers of change. I would like to thank the organizer again for convening this important event, and I wish you very fruitful discussions. Together, we can ensure a brighter and greener future for all. So let us move forward with urgency, determination, and courage. Thank you.